photographs of this home, you would think it was more than a century old. All the details create the look of a classic revival home. But in fact, this manor is brand new. Vicki Posey, the founder of Legacy Design Group, helped her client recreate the home of her dreams.
It is based on a 1905 home in Eufaula, Alabama that is listed on the National Register.
Posey says her client admired the home when she was a child.
This was always her favorite home. So this was her dream, and she's now living her dream and lives in the home that she dreamed about as a child.
Posey began working on her vision for the home long before it was built.
If you are really smart and you hire your designer when you are still in the architectural concept stage, the designer can come in and work with you, look at the furnishings that you already have. You can discuss what's going to be invited into the new home, and she can work with the architect and with the builder all the way through the construction phases.
Posey loves to add attention to detail from the beginning, whether she's working with a homeowner, a builder, or a remodeler. With this home, she helped her client add some very personal touches, especially here in the living room. Next, Posey searched for the perfect fireplace for the room.
The fireplace was in a raw stage. It had been stripped down to pine. It is from Ireland, and it was dated about 1870, and the centerpiece, the frieze in the centerpiece, depicted a group of sisters from Ireland who were known as the Gunning Sisters.
It turns out the sisters are famous Irish beauties, and Posey even found a portrait of one of the women while touring Ireland.
So I got goosebumps because this was just so exciting, that my client's fireplace, and here's this woman who actually existed. And so she was kind of the Princess Diana of her day. And so now the painting of the Gunning sister, who is immortalized in the fireplace, sits in the room on an antique Irish table next to the fireplace.
Another classic feature to the room, this faux doorway. Posey says doorways like this are often used in Georgian design to make the room symmetrical.
We replicated the frame of the doorway and had it filled with an antique glass as opposed to regular mirror glass so that it would look old. And then we hung a mirror over the mirror, and we hung it in the old-fashioned way with chains.
The terrace level reflects the same kind of attention to detail. You walk on a cork floor that leads you to the wine cellar.
I thought that was really kind of a great idea, to put a cork floor in a wine room, and my client liked the idea so much that he wanted to include the cork in other areas of the space.
This door may be the first thing you notice when coming downstairs.
That door is very old. It's probably mid-1800s, and it's a very wide door. It's about 52 inches wide. It's big old nails studded into it, and so we had it refinished, and rather than trying to swing this large door, we put it on a track.
The inspiration for the ceiling came from Sea Island Resort, which uses the floor above.
The walls were parged and then faux finished so that they look old, and they have that look of that earthen Italian countryside, Tuscan feeling to them.
Back upstairs, the keeping room shows that same attention to every detail. Take the fireplace.
We had a fireplace custom made for the client. Locally, it was carved, and our inspiration was Grinling Gibbons, who was a master carver to the crown in England in the 1600s.
All the flora carved in the fireplace are indigenous to the state of Georgia.
It has Cherokee roses, which is the state flower of Georgia. It has magnolias, it has pecans, it has oak leaves.
The finial pieces for the window coverings were stained to match. When you enter the master bedroom, you notice the intricate ceiling design. The ceiling is adorned with a crystal chandelier, one of 5 in the house.
And so I found this through one of my resources. They're a company out of New York. They specialize in plaster medallions. The center medallion is actually plaster, and then the rest of the medallion that you see that spreads out from it is in polymers, because it's so delicate today to ship it, and to try and make it in plaster would be too difficult.
From European design in the master to an 18th century style in the dining room, the home reflects a classic elegance.
We did a dado below the chair rail with raised panel moldings, picture framing to give that effect. The wallpaper is a true grass cloth, and then at the top, at the crown molding, there's a frieze, and that is an embossed piece of wood.
Posey says start to finish, this home was a dream come true for her.
This was a dream project. This is one that, you hope in your career to have several like this.
She says there is nothing more rewarding than helping a client create the home they have always wanted.
Interior design is a wonderful gift that you can give yourself. The resources that we bring to bear, that we can bring into the home, the unique pieces, the wonderful items that will reflect that client's life, that client's style, the things that they love, that just when they walk into their home, they feel good. That is just so rewarding.